Next, let's take a look at our XY chart. Now we'll go back to component palette and we'll grab the XY chart. Now this looks very similar to the time series chart. And as far as configuration of your pens and axes are concerned, they are about the same. So if you'd like a more in-depth look at the pens or the axis configuration, please see the time series chart video. The main difference is that the domain is a numeric value, not a date. So to give you an example, we'll try to set this chart up in a similar manner. We'll take our tag history, we'll drag it down to the data key, and we'll take our timestamp key, we'll go to the domain key here, scroll up, we'll get rid of these pens, and we'll drag random double onto our chart. And if we take a look over in the preview panel, you'll see that our domain is showing a series of very large numbers here. That large number you're seeing is the literal value of the timestamp the history system's using. So you can see that the XY chart doesn't convert your timestamp into something a little more human readable. However, the XY chart does have its uses. If we head over to the data panel, you'll see I have the static CSV, and this is just some fictional data I created, just showing a temperature and then an OEE value recorded at the same time. Now say I wanted to see if there was any relation between these two columns. We'll head back to the design panel, scroll down a little bit, and we'll drop a new XY chart. We'll head over to the key browser, we'll minimize tag history, expand our temp versus OEE data source, and drag and drop temp versus OEE to our data key. And then for the domain key, we'll go ahead and use temperature. First, I need to clear out these pens. Now we can drag OEE down to our pens, and let's rename this. Since this isn't just straight OEE, this is also versus temp. And I'd like this to be, now I don't want to show like a line, I want to show just plot points. So we'll change the style to a dot, and we'll increase the width. Head back to our chart options. We'll change the label on the range axis to OEE, and let's head to the properties tab for the XY chart. Now if we scroll down, you'll see there's this x-axis section. This doesn't exist on the time series chart, but there are some similar properties. So for example, instead of a date format, we have a number format here. I'm going to leave that alone, but I would like to give my x-axis a label, so we'll just put temp. Now I don't need my legend here, so I'm going to scroll up and set show legend to false. And if we take a look at the preview panel, we'll scroll down, you can see that we've visualized our data points here. So it looks like around 70 degrees to 90 degrees we're at optimal OEE, but when it's colder or hotter than that, our operation seems to suffer. Maybe it's too cold for the operators, or the machinery is having problem in the colder temperatures. You can see that the XY chart allows you to very easily visualize data.